Here we are in Milan with John Horn, talking about this next Gen ATP tournament, where Mr. Shapovalov was very much expected, but he didn't show. What do you think about what was the reaction in Canada? Because probably, I mean, they would have liked to see him maybe winning this event, and we were surprised that he just said, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, when there are 2 more months where he could take a rest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a point that's valid. I think for sure, you know, there was some validity to the point that he was tired. He played, I don't know if you saw his schedule, but he had played a crazy amount of tournaments. After playing Davis Cup, he played in China, he went to Japan, then he went to China again, then he came back to Europe, then he played in, I believe, Stockholm, he was playing in Basel, then, you know, before that, Shanghai. There was a lot of tournaments in a short period of time. Should he have not played that many tournaments? Probably. Some of them were 250 tournaments, but I know he likes to play. He's still young at 19, and I think probably he thought that he could play. Whenever you speak to him, he always says that he's very fit and energetic, and he's not tired. He also had some first-round losses. Didn't play that great towards the end of that stretch. I think maybe, you know, he got a little bit of advice from his team saying, you know, maybe you should shut it down for the year, because I honestly do think he was tired. He looked very sluggish in that last match that he lost in Basel. I just didn't think he played very well at all. And it was a surprise, I think disappointing for the tournament, because Shapovalov is one of the bigger players here, bigger names, and I think it was just unfortunate that he wasn't here. But
this is a Canadian river flowing. It's like Niagara Falls. It will not stop if I don't tell it to stop. Anyway, so okay, let's excuse him. I think that the tournament and the ATP should have maybe taken some initiative, because if not, every year here they promote a top player, and then the top player at the last minute says, "Oh, sorry, I'm tired, I cannot come." So there should be a rule, in my opinion.
It's disappointing, there's no doubt about it, for the fans, because I remember when he played here last year, he had a huge following of fans. I actually saw people in the crowd holding up Shapovalov signs, which you don't see. I haven't seen that this year. I think he's got a really big following in different parts of the world, including Milan, including this part of Europe. And, and it's disappointing that he wasn't able to play. There's no doubt, disappointing for the tournament as well.
Yeah. And then, of course, he is also one of the players that more than others excite the crowds.
Sure.
I mean, the fans, and they all like him. They all think that they will become a possible top 5, top 3, who knows, if not top 1, and so on. So that's why it was particularly painful. You know, last year it was a different case. Alexander Zverev had qualified for the ATP finals in London, and it was a common sense to skip this tournament. I mean, about Shapovalov, well, it's not the same. Just a very quick answer about what you expect, I mean, what Canada expects from Shapovalov in the future, because this was an important year. It made a lot of progress. What about next year? What could be his goal? Do you think he's ready to win a slam or not?
I don't think he's ready to win a slam. I haven't quite seen enough yet to think that he'll win a slam. I think he still needs to work on a few things. His forehand is a little bit loose. I think he needs to be more consistent with his forehand. You don't win a lot of tournaments with a forehand making that many errors. I think he can be better in the serve department. But you're right, this year was a big step in the right direction for him. I think, you know, got to 3 semifinals, got to the Rome semifinal, played some good tennis.
What is his best surface? Quick.
I think it's hardcore for sure.
All right. Listen, so thanks a lot to John Horn, our Canadian correspondent for Ubitennis.net, and you will see him writing quite a lot. And thanks for listening. Bye-bye. See you.